Next up, we've got the wonderful writer. We're very pleased and privileged to have him amongst us today, Aamer Hussein, who is going to be introducing Anis Ahmed and Ahsan Akbar.
Can you hear me without the mic?
Yes.
Okay, rather not happen. We're often accused of praising our friends. Writers are always told that you give puffs to people who are your acquaintances, your friends, etc. But the real truth is that we often meet each other because we read each other's work, because we love it. And then we either get in contact with each other, we meet somewhere, and so on and so forth. And therefore I'm really delighted to meet two people whose work I had read before I ever met them. Ahsan Akbar and Anis Ahmed. I believe Anis is reading first. Anis has written 2 books. I'm terrible at titles, so I'm just going to look at them. Goodnight, Mr. Kissinger, and The World in My Hands. 2 marvelous books. When I first read Anis's collection of short stories and heard that he was then going to write a novel, I said, we are going to lose someone to the world of novels. But then I read the novel and I thought, this is so good. It is so, so good. It was an exciting novel. It was wonderfully poised and hugely informative about a country that doesn't really exist on the map. It could be Bangladesh, it could be many other countries. Satirical, funny, emotional, beautiful. And I do hope, however, that he goes back to writing short stories at some point, and I hope he alternates between the two. With Ahsan Akbar, I read 2 or 3 poems to begin with. Then I had the pleasure of reading his collection. Ahsan is a poet that you cannot categorize because he moves in every direction. He does whatever he wants to. He's good at form, he's good at breaking away from form, he is good at rhyme, he's good at breaking away from rhyme, and I think more and more is going to come from his pen, and we're going to love what he does. But more than anything, I don't want to keep you away from them, I want you to hear them read, and I wish more power to their pens, and I want to read much more of both of them.
So without further ado, I have the privilege of announcing Anis Ahmed to the stage. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for coming here tonight. It's really exciting. You've already heard a lot about our books, so I'll dive straight into the writing, and I'll see how well I can manage 2 things at the same time, the microphone and the book. I don't know, do I need the mic? Is it better?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's better?
It helps, yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to read first from a short story called Losing Aisha. It's told from the point of view of a man who's now in his 40s, and he by chance runs into his first love in the city one day. And then the whole story is about what happened. And I'm going to read a part which is about how they first met and when they first met. And it takes us back to Dhaka in the late 80s and early 90s, which is a very different place from what it is today. Anyone who here has been to Dhaka and knows Dhaka in the late 80s would know what I'm talking about. And a big part of what I was trying to do with this book, especially with the first half, the stories in the first half, was to capture that kind of Dhaka that is now already sort of a vanished reality.